so you're my team. It's a nice mixed team. It's actually a kind of forward-looking, open-minded team, isn't it, this team? So that we should be able to come up with a great formulation. So this is very, very simple, really. This is Karen. Some people in the room, in the real-life situation, will know her. Quite a lot won't, and it really doesn't matter if people don't know Karen, because you get just as interesting and useful a perspective if you don't know her clinically from a team professional point of view as if you do, but we certainly want the key people who know Karen in the room. Okay, so we're the team. What do you think, team? What may be going on with Karen?
What are we stuck with?
What are we stuck with? Let's say Karen won't engage. Good question. Let's say Karen won't engage. That's likely, and we see that as a problem. Let's say we're worried about her self-harm. We keep telling us she must stop it, and she isn't. But we're not. One of the things you have to do is stop people fast-forwarding to the ways forward. We are not yet discussing what we may do. We are discussing what is this about.
The relationships early on, there's kind of people coming in and out. So there's stepfather, and then there's sort of the end of the relationship and that going in and out. She left leaving school, maybe, and leaving it with no qualifications, that kind of rejecting and rejected.
It appears there could well be Karen could have some fears about being abandoned. She has been abandoned. It's not surprising. So what does that tend to lead to? As professionals, assuming we're mostly professionals in the room, we kind of know about this reciprocal roles, but in ordinary language what that means is she's got experience of being rejected, and one of the ways people cope with that is by rejecting is one way of putting it, but being scared of relationships. Okay, so how do we think, what evidence have we got that she's scared of relationships?
Not engaging.
Yeah, so we're already thinking there are reasons for the lack of engagement, yeah? We're already thinking this isn't, a symptom of borderline personality disorder. It makes sense.
Is there a clue in the fact that it's when her daughter reaches the same age as she was when she was sexually abused?
Excellent. Daughter, same age as she was, sorry, I'm writing this up very messily, when abused. So how might that be significant?
I guess that would be a trigger for her to kind of bring up those memories when the abuse first started happening, seeing the daughter being at that age.
Yeah. Bring back her own memories, a lot of distress, upset, all sorts of things.
It's also maybe going to get in the way of her trying to establish relationships with anybody because that was the result when her mother met somebody else.
Very good thinking. That's bound to lead her worries about if I have another relationship, how do I know that person is safe? People are typically left with a real sense of nobody's safe, understandably, and of course she wants to protect her daughter. So lots of dilemmas about that. That's likely to be a big worry, isn't it, as well as her own memories and feelings. She will naturally want to protect her daughter. End result, she feels incredibly unsafe. She was unsafe, and she feels unsafe now. So how does she cope with feeling unsafe? She self-harms. So again, we're making a link between self-harm and what's happened to her. So we're framing this is not a symptom of personality disorder, this is how she is surviving. Yes, a different perspective to offer the team. Yeah.
She might be frightened of losing her daughter.
Yeah, she may be very scared of losing her daughter, and that may be to some extent, there may be concerns. So we need to be aware of that.
And the self-harming has increased, it's worsened, and she's started drinking heavily.
What do we think the drinking is about in this model, this idea that's emerging? It's not just because she's got an alcohol problem, is it? I mean, that's not an explanation.
Masking those
Suppress
feelings.
and
Yeah.
become numb in a sense.
Yeah.
Push down to things that are frightening for her.
Yeah. So because we've put on the map that all sorts of memories and feelings are like to be flooding back, we are not surprised that she started drinking. She's sort of self-medicating.